Hi folks, welcome to the Coliseum for tonight's Speedway action. My name's Nigel Thomas. We've got two great teams in action tonight. The Berwick Bullets sitting proudly at the top of the National Development League, and the ever-trying Plymouth Centurions, they're propping up the bottom end of the table. Not quite at the bottom, but I'm sure they're up for a great fight tonight. It's going to be a great night for action. The weather couldn't be any better for us. I'm sure that Mark's going to make sure the track produces the superb action that we've seen here in recent weeks, especially last week, obviously. And let's go over to Andy in the pits and see what the riders think of that.
Okay, thanks Nigel. Well, we're down here in the pits then, and we've grabbed the Centurions guest number one, Ben Morley, probably one of the busiest men in Speedway at the moment, British Speedway. You're guesting here, there and everywhere. You're riding in all the leagues, and also for the Gladiators as well. So Centurions tonight, looking forward to it, Ben.
Yeah, mate, you know, I've, since signing from the Championships side, I've really enjoyed it down here. So another guest booking to have, and yeah, looking forward to it again.
Good. I guess it's good to be on that bike as much as you are, and to have the two leagues as well. It's good.
Oh yeah, 100%. You know, you can only get better by riding. So you know, at the start of the year, I only had Kent, and it weren't looking a very busy period for me. But you know, now I've got two leagues and plenty of guest bookings, and really enjoying it.
Good stuff. Now we do know that you've had a couple of offs recently. Obviously, with that many heats, it's that presents itself sometimes. How are you feeling?
I'm okay. Yeah, no, I'm not too bad. A bit bad and bruised, but you know, once the adrenaline kicks in, you're all good to go.
Now the pressure's on tonight. I'm sure you know that the team went to Berwick over the weekend, and it's safe to say they got smashed up there. So you guys have really got to pull together today and get a result out for the Plymouth crowd here tonight.
Yeah, for sure. You know, Berwick's a tough place to go, and they're real good at home as well. And same with us, like these boys. You know, home track advantage is chalk and cheese, the two tracks. So hopefully put in a good result tonight, and yeah, pull off a win. And
talk about the track there. Now, in the past, people have said that maybe you're a small track specialist, but I personally know you from the Isle of Wight. That isn't a small track, and you can ride that pretty good, I would say. So I would say you're pretty adapt to all the tracks now, but here today, back on the small one, and a track you know well.
Yeah, you know, I had a few years at the Isle of Wight, and it's just getting used to the speed and stuff like that, and the motor's ready, and yeah, back tonight, just hopefully make a few starts and make it easy for myself.
Make it easy for himself, that's what we want. Anyway, have a good one, stay safe, ride fast, Ben. See you later.
Cheers, buddy, thank you.
Okay, so we move across then and speak to Carl Bickley, captain of the Berwick Bullets tonight. Coming in fine form, Carl. Paid maximum over the weekend against the Centurions. So, again, you've got to be up for this one.
Yeah, definitely. You know, they were a bit depleted at our place and weren't at full strength. 5 riders and 2 of them were reserves. So, you know, we just got to sort of reset now, I think, and just carry a bit of confidence in this one for us. You know, I think we had a strong team, and you know, we know how to ride small tracks. So yeah.
I was looking down at the team lineups, and especially the averages. A lot of the riders there, good averages this season. You know, as a collective, as a team, very strong on paper there. So you're going to hope to really bring that to the fore on this small track tonight. Yeah,
we had Ace coming on a 3-point average as well. So you know, now it's probably 7 or 8, or you know, 6, 7, 8 or something. So you know, that helps boost the team as well. You know, getting them young riders in on new averages, and it's, you know, it's a false average basically, but you know, it works pretty well. So yeah, you know, all the lads sort of boosted their averages here a little bit. I think everyone's getting better, and everyone's, you know, it's a development league at the end of the day, so everyone seems to be, you know, really pulling the weight.
So from that great result the other day, down here to the Coliseum, a completely different track. We speak about it nearly every week, actually. A track that you do well on down here. Do you enjoy it coming down here and doing this one?
I've had a few good meetings here, definitely, but last meeting idea wasn't too good, but still some issues and stuff. So hopefully I've sorted through them now, and looking for a big score, I think.
And how are you finding it being captain of the side this year?
Yeah, it's good. You know, it's good to be captain of these great lads, and it's a great team spirit, and you know, I like everything about it. So you know, it's a privilege to be captain for them, and yeah, and coin tosses as well. Always win them, you see. So
I want to ask you about that coin toss. You win the coin toss. 1 and 3, 2 and 4, sometimes we see very quick decisions. Other times you almost don't want to make that decision because it can be a big decision, can't it?
Nah, but I think here it's going to be 1 and 3. So small, you're going to be closest to the curb as possible for heat 1 and early heats. So I think it's going to be 1 and 3, no doubt. But yeah, you never know. 4 can always be that little bit grippier and you can just get across everyone.
Well, we'll have to wait and see, but whatever happens, let's go out there, have a good day of Speedway. Let's send the fans home happy. And yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thanks, Andy. Right, let's have a look at the teams lining up tonight in this National Development League encounter. At number 1 for the Centurions, we've got a guest. The second time he's guesting for us is Ben Morley. Number 2, it's rider replacement for Ben Trigger. At number 3, Richard Andrews. Number 4, the captain this evening is Adam Extance. At number 5 is the recently signed Adam Roynon. Number 6, local lad David Abraham. And at number 7, Rhys NAYLOR. Team manager for the Centurions is Mattie BATES. Looking at the Berwick Bullets, at number 1 for them, it's the captain, it's Kyle Bickley. Number 2, 16-year-old coming up soon, is Ace Pijper. Number 3, Mason Watson. Number 4, the very experienced Luke Crang. At number 5, also super experienced Greg Blair. At number 6 is Kieran DOUGLAS. And at number 7, Ben Rathbone.
For the Bullets.
Clerk of the course, Rob Doran with the coin.
And it is ahead. They are going 1 and 3.
So we'll just listen into these introductions across the line.
Kyle Bickley. At number 2, he's got his dad for some advice tonight, Ace Pijper.
You can announce this.
At number 3 for the Bullets, Mason Watson.
So Mason Watson, I'll come in on that because I don't think you're hearing too well what's going on the track. Mark Crang, that was just now. Greg Blair next in the lineup. Kieran DOUGLAS comes next. And we've got Ben Rathbone at number 7, I beg your pardon. Here's our guest for the evening, Ben Morley. Rides for the Kent Kings. At number 2 is rider replacement for Ben Trigger.
At number 4, your captain.
Number 3, Adam Extance. Plenty of experience around the Coliseum. Adam Roynon, recently signed by the Centurions to hopefully score big for us. David Abraham, recently stepping into action for the Centurions. Rhys NAYLOR, much the same, very experienced rider, but took several years away from the sport before coming back successfully for the Centurions. And looking across the start, going off of gate number 1 for the Berwick Bullets, we've got Ace Pijper. Gate number 2, rider replacement for the Centurions, that's Adam Extance. Gate number 3, the captain and number 1 for the Bullets is Kyle Bickley. And off of gate number 4, in red for the Centurions, our guest, Ben Morley.
In white, man to look out for tonight for the Bullets, Kyle Bickley. And off the outside, in red, guesses tonight for the Centurions, right for the Gladiators, big cheer, Ben Morley.
Here we go then, ready for action for heat number 1. Start marshal's happy, the lights are on. Tapes are up, here we go. Look to be a crisp start. It's a crisp start actually for the rider in yellow, that's Ace Pijper. And combining with his teammate Kyle Bickley, maximum points at the moment for the Berwick Bullets. Surprisingly, Ben Morley seems to be stranded at the back at the moment. His usual lightning starts not getting him away in heat number 1. It was those fast-starting Berwick Bullets that got the leap on the Centurions. The Centurions seem to be stuck in a battle of their own at the back, but the Berwick Bullets getting off to the best possible start. One more lap to go for them as they bring it home for maximum points. Probably one of the youngest riders in the league, Ace Pijper, leading home his teammate Kyle Bickley.
And that is why they are near the top of the table. Your race winner in yellow for the Bullets, Ace Pijper, second place in white, Kyle Bickley. And your fisheries up there, number 1.
So here they come to take the applause of the crowd. That's the rider in yellow, Ace Pijper. Here's your result. It was obviously a win in yellow for Ace Pijper. 3 points to him, 2 points going to Kyle Bickley in white, and 1 point going to the rider in blue, Adam Extance. 5-1 heat win to the Berwick Bullets.
And then for heat number
Here we go then for heat number 2, lining up in this one, going off of gate number 1 for the Centurions in red, David Abraham. Gate number 2 in white for the Bullets, that's Kieran DOUGLAS. Gate number 3 in blue for the Centurions is Rhys NAYLOR. And off of gate number 4 in yellow for the Bullets, Ben Rathbone. Here we go then, all ready for heat number 2. Looks a pretty sharp start from the outside in yellow. Once again, those Bullets away to a flying start. Right, okay, we've got a faller in the rider in yellow, Ben Rathbone, under pressure from David Abraham, I believe it was. Does the race continue? No, the race has been pulled up. The rider in yellow, there he is, Ben Rathbone, just sitting beside the fence. We'll wait and see which way the referee sees that one. So, going off of gate number 1, it is David Abraham. Gate number 2 is Kieran DOUGLAS in white for the Bullets. And gate number 3 in blue for the Centurions, Rhys NAYLOR. Looked to be a better start for the Centurions this time. David Abraham going away into the lead, which is good news for him. He's followed along by his teammate, Rhys NAYLOR. And in this particular instance, Kieran DOUGLAS not making that sharp start that he did the first time around, so it looks as if things stay this way. The Centurions could reverse heat number 1's maximum against them and bring it back to a level match. Since his comeback a few weeks ago, David has invested heavily in machinery, I believe, and it looks to have been paying off because he's certainly got something that's working for him around the Coliseum here tonight. And here we go with the heat number 2 maximum for the Centurions, David Abraham and Rhys NAYLOR. Levels the scores up, 6 points apiece.
And second place in blue, Rhys NAYLOR.
The lads taking the applause on the back straight, enjoying that one, and the more they enjoy it, the more they'll perform for us, hopefully. 5-1 heat win then in heat number 2. First place was David Abraham, 3 points to him. Second place, Rhys NAYLOR, 2 points. And third place, Kieran DOUGLAS for the Bullets. 5-1 heat win, taking the scores on to 6 points apiece. The time on that one, if you are writing them down, sorry I didn't catch the first heat, was 55.44. Going off of gate number 1 this time for the Bullets is Mason Watson. Gate number 2 in blue for the Centurions is Adam Extance, his second ride of the night. Gate number 3 for the Bullets is Luke Crang. And off of gate number 4 in red for the Centurions, Richard Andrews. Here we go then. Tapes up for heat number 3. And it's a sharp start for the Berwick Bullets into bends 1 and 2. They're going away with the maximum so far in this one. Luke Crang, the person leading the race, plenty of experience with Luke. Took some time out from Speedway but came back very strongly, and certainly this year scoring a lot of points for the Bullets. And judging by the distance he's got to his own rider in second place, it looks as if it could be quite a quick one for Luke. Convincing stuff, coming home for a great win in yellow for the Berwick Bullets. That's Luke Crang, followed home by his teammate Mason Watson.
Berwick Bullets are not hanging around tonight, they mean business. Your race winner in yellow, Luke Crang.
Takes the Bullets back into a 4-point lead, obviously. Here they come. Those magnificent Bullets. Heat number 3's maximum pairing.
Heat number 3 was a win in yellow for Luke Crang. Luke's winning time was 52.25.
52.25 was the time of that one. 52.25.
Was 52.
Right, here's your full result then for heat number 3. The win in yellow that was Luke Crang. Second place in white, Mason Watson. And third place in blue, Adam Extance. 5-1 heat win to the Berwick Bullets, and now takes the score on to 7 to the Centurions, 11 to the Bullets.
2 minutes, so 4 riders.
Here comes your lineup then for heat number 4. Going off of gate number 1 in yellow for the Bullets is Ben Rathbone. Gate number 2 in blue for the Centurions is Rhys NAYLOR. Gate number 3 in white for the Bullets is Greg Blair. And off of gate number 4 in red for the Centurions, Adam Roynon. Wishing better luck to Ben Rathbone in this one after his fall first time out. Pretty even start by the looks of things, but it is Adam Roynon who leads into the first bend and up that back straight. Pretty clear margin for Adam on his return to the Coliseum. He rode down here earlier in the season, but he looks like he's not forgotten his way around this place at all. And making his way up the inside there, trying to come through for second place. That's Rhys NAYLOR. Rhys looking pretty racy for that third place at the moment. And it's not going to take much of a mistake by Ben Rathbone for Rhys to force his way through there. So he's just waiting, lurking, any opportunity, and he'll be through there. Meanwhile, Adam just stretches his lead out in the front. It's a great return to the Coliseum for Adam Roynon. Great race win for him. Second place comes home, that's Ben Rathbone. And third place for the Centurions, Rhys NAYLOR. 4-2 heat win for the Centurions.
Heat number 4 in red, Adam Roynon.
This is what we've been missing somewhat in recent weeks after our injury problems, and notably Dan Jokes, who was going brilliantly for us at the start of the season. We've missed his big scoring. I know we've had good guest replacements, but the middle order has lacked, and Adam doing a great job for us. So Adam's the winner in red for the Centurions. Second place in yellow was Ben Rathbone, and third place in blue was Rhys NAYLOR. 4-2 heat win for the Centurions, taking the score on to the Centurions 11 and 13 to the Berwick Bullets. Here we go then with heat number 5. Going off of gate number 1 for the Centurions is Richard Andrews. Gate number 2 in yellow for the Bullets is Ace Pijper. Off of gate number 3 in blue for the Centurions, Adam Extance. And off of gate number 4 in white for the Bullets, Kyle Bickley. Here we go then, settling out the tapes, ready for heat number 5. Looks to be a sharp start from the outside for Kyle Bickley. Yes, he's into that first bend, away with his teammate at the moment. Second place in yellow has been called back. That was just a little bit too good as far as the referee Phil Griffin was concerned, obviously. Here we go again. Let's quickly go across the lineup for heat number 5. Gate number 1, Richard Andrews in red for the Centurions. Gate number 2 in yellow for the Bullets, Ace Pijper. Gate number 3 in blue for the Centurions, Adam Extance. And off of gate number 4 with the warning in white for the Bullets, Kyle Bickley. Here we go then. The revs rise. Start marshal's happy, walks away, and tapes are up for heat number 5. Bit more even start, but it is the rider in yellow that makes that break for the Bullets. Kyle Bickley trying to thread his way through from the back, didn't find a way through at that point. It's coming on hard now up against the rider in red. Richard Andrews is second place, but Kyle Bickley putting him under all sorts of pressure. But Richard just seems like he's made a bit of a break away from Kyle at the moment. Kyle may be regathering and going to have a little bit more of an onslaught a little bit later in the race, but looking good out in front once again. Ace Pijper, brilliant 15-year-old rider. Second win coming up for this young man for sure. It looks as if Kyle Bickley has settled into third place and going to settle for that 4-2 heat win for the Berwick Bullets. And there it is. There is that heat advantage for the Bullets. 4-2 heat win.
Race winner in yellow for the Bullets, Ace Pijper.
What a young prospect this young man is. He was down here with his dad earlier on in the season.
Your official result of heat number 5 was a win in...
And maybe that look at the track at that point helped him. So that full result win in yellow for Ace Pijper. Second place in red was Richard Andrews. And third place in white, Carl Bickley. 4-2 heat win for the Berwick Bullets, and takes the Centurions on to 13. And the the Bullets on to 17. Here we go then with the lineup for heat number 6. Going off of gate number 1 in white for the Bullets is Greg Blair. Gate number 2 in red for the Centurions, Ben Morley. Gate number 3 in yellow for the Bullets is Kieran Douglas. And off of gate number 4 in blue, the rider replacement is David Abraham. Ben's done a lot of meetings recently, and by and large has come up with some good points wherever he's been riding, especially for the Gladiators. He's been doing a lot of guest bookings as well. A lot of action does take its toll on some people, but I think Ben thrives on it, and let's hope that he proves that so in heat number 6. Heat number 7, no, it is heat number 6. Here we go. And it looks as if Ben got away in second place, but he's having to give second best to the rider in white for the Bullets, Greg Blair. Ben putting some pressure now on Greg. Pretty close action. At the back we've got David Abraham putting some pressure on Kieran Douglas as well. 2 races in 1 going on here. Ben's not finished with this one by the looks of things, but Greg does look as if he has maybe got the measure of Ben. Could this be one last blast around the outside? Didn't pay off that time. The grip may be lacking around that outside run for Ben. Here we go, that's the winner then. In white for the Bullets, Greg Blair.
Unfortunate there in the end, he had to work hard for the race win, but your race winner in white for the Bullets, Greg Blair.
So the Berwick Bullets certainly providing their fair share of heat winners here tonight. And that's what's proving the tough obstacle for the Centurions. And the bike stopping short of the pits gate. So was there a problem for Greg on his wind down lap? Here's the result then of heat number 6. It was a win in white for Greg Blair. Second place in red was Ben Morley. And third place in yellow for the Bullets, that was Kieran Douglas. So 4-2 heat win for the Bullets that time, and takes the score on to 15 to the Centurions and 21 to the Bullets. Here's that restart again. Looking at the restart of heat number 6, and it was a sharp start for Greg. Despite Ben having a pretty good blast around the outside, he couldn't make any room up on him in that one. Right, we've got Adam Extance with us here. Adam, it's a tough night out there, as we find in all these matches, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always tough. So we've had 2/3 so far. We'll keep plugging away. Had a couple of bike issues, but we'll try and resolve it and then kick on later on.
Starting as usual is key. These lads can be beaten, these Bullets. We've seen that because when a couple of our lads got out the start earlier on, they couldn't get past us, and that's what we need to perhaps sharpen up onto the start.
Yeah, everyone's... anyone can be beat. We're all here to do the same thing. So, start's really important round here. If you can make a gate, ride a good line, you stand a good chance.
A few weeks back, there were some problems going into the third bend, and Mark worked very hard in relaying that. Is that problem eradicated up there now?
No, I wouldn't have said so. The track's quite smooth. It's actually riding okay. There's a little patches, but nothing to
worry about.
No, definitely not.
Okay. I saw some pictures over the weekend on social media. Were you away on the continent riding enduro or something?
Yeah, so I've been away a lot this year, doing the World Extreme Championship. So I was away in Romania last week doing the Red Bull Romaniac. So completely different to this. So I was away for 2 weeks, came back for a day. Then we went straight to Edinburgh. Did that, and then to Berwick, and then to here. So been busy.
So which is your first love, Speedway or is it the enduro?
Both, to be fair. Yeah. I love riding both. I love the extreme side of enduros, like the physical side of it and the riding. I love it, but I also love the racing side of Speedway. So yeah, I'm lucky that I can do both.
And the endurance stuff must keep you pretty fit, obviously.
Oh yeah, this is nothing compared, to 8 hours a day on an enduro bike.
Yeah.
5 minutes on a speedway bike. It's not so bad.
And do you combine all this with a job of sorts?
Yeah, so me and my dad run a company teaching people how to ride enduro bikes. So
it's a busman's holiday, really, then?
Yeah.
Good to hear. So you must have got something in common with Dave Thorpe, who's often down here.
Yeah. Roughly, we do the similar thing.
Yeah. Good to hear. Well, we wish you good luck for the rest of them tonight, Adam, and a bit more than third places would be nice.
Thank you so much.
Cheers. Thanks a lot. Right, here we go then with heat number 7. Gate number 1 for the Centurions in red is Adam Royer. Gate number 2 in white even is Mason Compson for the Bullets. Gate number 3 in blue for the Centurions is David Abraham. And off of gate number 4 in yellow for the Bullets, Luke Crang.
Off gate number 1.
All ready to go then for heat number 7. Start marshals happy, walks away. Good break off the inside from Adam Roynon. By the looks of things, he's away into that first bend. Adam leads the way. Second and third places for the Bullets. Just out of shot at the moment. David is in fourth place. And it looks as if the Bullets are quite happily settled into those second and third places. Maybe happy to let Adam go on and take that win. Not too many risks need to be taken at this point with the advantage that they've got, the 6-point advantage at the moment. And Adam, the vastly experienced Adam now from Barrow-in-Furness, he's sailing away to a great win in heat number 7 for the Centurions. Here he comes across the line. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be for the rider in blue, David Abraham.
So far, your race winner in red for the Centurions, Adam Roynon.
Yeah, the time for that one was 53.44. 53.44. Ben, frustrating to be here watching and riders filling your spots with rider replacement.
Yeah, obviously it's not how I want to be, sat on the sidelines watching, but you know, it's still good to be here and, you know, in amongst the boys and trying to give advice where I can. But yeah, it's never nice to sit on the side watching your rides being given to someone else while you're sat on the side injured. But hopefully it's not too long till I'm back on a bike and I'll be back out racing.
Nice to see Adam scoring some big points for us, and you'd like to be out there along with him scoring the points, because a middle order stability which you were providing with the now with a number 1 like Ben tonight and Adam, then we could do some damage.
Yeah, obviously you know, Adam's quick tonight and, you know, he's showing his experience, but unfortunately not all the boys are, you know, scoring as many points as Adam is, and, you know, Berwick are capitalising on that, which shows by the scores. But obviously, hopefully all the boys can get the track under the belt, get the right setups. I know Ben Morley's been changed his bike just after just speaking to him, so, you know, hopefully Ben settles into his groove and gets some more points on the board, and then everyone else can try and find their own setups and get up to speed to catch up the Berwick boys.
Indeed, Ben. We'll come back to you in a minute after this race and just catch some news up on your injury. Here comes that full lineup then for heat number 8. Off of gate number 1 for the Centurions in blue, Rhys NAYLOR. Gate number 2 in yellow for the Bullets is Ben Rathbone. Gate number 3 in red for the Centurions, Ben Morley. And off of gate number 4, he's flying tonight. Gate number 4 in white for the Bullets, Ace Pijper.
A Gladiator.
Right, 2 unbeaten rides so far for Ace Pijper. If he puts one over on the fast starting Ben Morley, that will be a feather in his cap for sure. And this is the bend that we know and love. Into the first bend in the lead, followed closely by Ace Pijper. And Ben knows the quickest way around this place when he's in the front, so we don't expect him to give Ace too many opportunities to pass him. Once again, the Bullets packing in for the minor places, and a 3-3 would suit them just nicely at this point. As young Ben Trigger was saying, Ben's been in the pits trying various things, different setups to try and get his bike flying in the way that he normally does around here. Third race of the night, he's got it done now, and hopefully we'll see him out another 3 times maybe for the Centurions and pile the points on for us. Coming home for a great race win in red, it's Ben Morley.
Oh, big battle at the back there in the 8, but your race winner in red, he meant that one, he wanted that one, Ben Morley!
Well done to Ben for that one. And Ace Pijper having to give second best to that one, but no harm in that one to give the second best to Ben Morley, who really flies around this place. So that result then for heat number 8. The winner in red was Ben Morley, second place in white was Ace Pijper, and third in yellow and black, Ben Rathbone. 3 points each, and the score's now 21 to the Centurions and 27 to the Bullets. Right at the back with Ben Trigger. Ben, so what's the news on the injury?
So, since the last checkup, they basically said that it's all going to plan, it's all looking good and on track. But we've got an X-ray on Monday just to see how everything's going, and hopefully they all say it's still going all right, and I can start doing more intense physiotherapy to get the strength back in my leg, and obviously try to get rid of some pain that's still lingering around in some of the positions. But yeah, obviously, hopefully it's not as long as the doctors reckoned it first was. But yeah, it's all going good and on track.
Good. Glad to hear it, Ben. Good luck on the recovery, and we hope to see you back on a bike pretty soon.
Cheers, thank you.
Thank you. Here we go then, heat number 9, and lining up for this one. Going off of gate number 1 in blue for the Centurions, Adam Extance. Gate number 2 in white for the Bullets, that's Greg Blair. Off of gate number 3 in red for the Centurions, Richard Andrews. And in gate number 4 in yellow for the Bullets, Kieran Douglas.
Gate 3 in red for the Centurions.
Let's hope that this might be the start of it, although we've got tough opposition in the form of Greg Blair for the Bullets. Looks to be a pretty even start, but going away for that lead is Greg Blair in white, closely followed by the rider in blue for the Centurions, Adam Extance. And we've got a Centurions second and third, so packing in for the minor places. But at the very least, hopefully a shared heat. Going pretty wide, chasing the dirt around the outside, that was Richard Andrews. Spectacular as usual, Richard. You know he's never going to give up, that's for sure. He'll try the sort of lines that not many of the riders will do. He'll chase the dirt. He's not afraid to get down and dirty around the outside. Well, we'll ignore the down bit, perhaps, just get dirty. He's still not giving up on this one. One last blast. Will it happen around the fourth bend? Wasn't to be. Coming home for a win in white for the Bullets, that's Greg Blair. Closely followed and spectacularly by Richard Andrews. Bad luck to him.
Tried everything he knew of the Coliseum, just couldn't pass him.
So we're still stuck at a 6-point advantage for the Bullets. I'm sure they're not exactly having palpitations in there, but they're not going to let themselves go to sleep and let this one slip, that's for sure. So the result is the win in white for Greg Blair. Second place in red was Richard Andrews. Third place in blue was Adam Extance. 3 points each. Here's that start again. It was a pretty even break, but just powering away into the bend was Greg Blair. The two Centurions packing in the minor places. Going around the outside was Kieran Douglas. Didn't quite find that speed to get around the two Centurions. Here goes that full lineup then. Going off of gate number 1 in blue for the Centurions, rider replacement Adam Roynon. Gate number 2 in yellow for the Bullets, that's Luke Crang. Off of gate number 3 in red for the Centurions, Ben Morley. And off of gate number 4 in white for the Bullets, Mason Watson. Much anticipation at the start then for this one. Heat number 10. Eagerly anticipated, and hopefully some points for the Centurions. Not being biased, but we want the Centurions to win. We're a home crowd. Here we go then. Ready for tapes up. Start marshal away. Sharp start from the rider in red. That's Ben Morley. Followed by his teammate in blue, Adam Roynon. This is what we were hoping for. Pretty close stuff there from Adam Roynon. Team riding of a sort, which is sometimes difficult on this track to get up close and personal to your teammate. Third place rider in yellow, Luke Crang, hasn't got any answer to the Centurions in this one. If they bring this home, this reduces the arrears to just 2 points. Spectacular stuff from the Centurions, heat number 10. Well, it wasn't the sort of start he had in mind at the start of the meeting for Ben Morley, but he's certainly come to the fore now in these last 2 rides, combining with Adam Roynon for 5 big points for the Centurions.
Your race winner in red, Ben Morley, second place in blue, Adam Roynon.
Puts a whole different slant on the scoreline now. Right, the result then, the winner. All right, we've got a winner in blue, not for red, but the referee has given it in blue to Adam Roynon. Second place in red, Ben Morley, and third place in yellow for the Bullets, Luke Crang. 5-1 heat win to the Centurions, taking the score on to Centurions 29 and the Bullets 31. Luke, you walked the wrong way by coming up here, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
You didn't want to come up here and speak, really. Nice to see you down here. Long time ago memories of this place, or have you been back here since you returned to racing?
Yeah, I've been back a few times. Obviously had a little bit of a spell in the league above last year with Edinburgh. Came here, but it's the first time this year I've been. Do you know what it is? I actually like coming to Plymouth. It's a pretty good place. I enjoy it all the time I come here. So. Just the drive's a killer.
And a complete contrast in tracks to what you're used to at home.
Well, yeah, you can say that again. Berwick's absolutely massive, and this is absolutely tiny. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Are you surprised that we've come back at you to pull it back to 2 points?
No, you know, the boys in the Plymouth camp, they've obviously dug deep and they're nibbling away again. You can't write them off. We've got some strong lads in there, and I've just come up against 2 of them there, and I completely missed the start and couldn't do nothing with it. But we've made a few changes, we're going to go again, and hopefully we can get a few more points on the board. We've
obviously got Adam coming out for us again in this next race, and in heat number 13 Adam combines with Ben again, so from a Centurion's point of view we look upon those maybe as not losing points heats, but maybe heat 13 is a heat we could reduce that arrears and maybe even tie the scores up.
Yeah, well, to be honest, you know, it's going to be a couple of good races within them heats. I would like to think Kyle and Greg can do a job in 13. Maybe it's even a 4-2, whatever, but I reckon they can do the job.
You've got good expertise down there in the pits with Leon giving you tips on what to do and how to do it.
Yeah, well, Leon's jumped on the spanners for me tonight, as well as 2 or 3 of the other boys as well. He's obviously pointing us in the right direction, telling us what we're doing wrong and what changes we need to make on the bike. You know, he's coming on leaps and bounds within the sport, and it's good to have a guy around like that.
Have you still got aspirations beyond this season in the sport, you know, where you want to get to in it?
Oh, massively, you know, like I say, no disrespect to this league, but I want to progress into the leagues above. But I'm my own worst critic, and I'm just not attacking it hard enough at the minute in time, which I know I can, which is frustrating. But you know, it's a marathon, not a sprint, so I'd like to think I can get in them leagues above and earn my place in the team somewhere.
Yeah, and as far as the Bullets are concerned, your place is cemented in the playoffs, so that's something to aim for towards the end of the season.
Yeah, I feel like we deserve being up there in the top. You know, the boys have played a part in it all season, and we've gone places, we've won from home, we've won at home. And you know, it's good to be in the playoffs because everyone's worked hard in and around the club. Obviously all the promotion stuff, we can't thank them enough. You know, they're a great bunch of guys. So it's good to be in the playoffs, yeah.
Absolutely. Journey back tonight?
I'll head up. I'll head back up tonight. Probably arrive at about 3:30, 4 in the morning. Be up at 6 for work.
Grab a couple of hours kit.
Yeah,
well,
be all right.
Have a safe journey back and have a great end of meeting.
Perfect, thank you very much.
Cheers.
Here we are then with that lineup for heat number 11. Going off of gate number 1 in white for the Bullets is Kyle Bickley. Gate number 2 in red for the Centurions, Adam Roynon. Gate number 3 in yellow for the Bullets is Ace Pijper. And off of gate number 4 in blue for the Centurions is David Abraham.
Gate 3.
Will they try and make him the meat in a bullet sandwich? Here we go then with the start of heat number 11. Looked a pretty sharp one from the rider in white on the inside. And it is the rider in white, obviously Kyle Bickley, that got away the best on that one. Ace Pijper packing into third place behind Adam Roynon. Despite the track work that's been going on, not quite sure if there's the grip that Adam wants to try and come from behind. Against Kyle, we've got a faller. Oh, we didn't have we've got all 4 riders on their bikes, but there was a stoppage for not quite sure what reason up at the back end on bends 3 and 4.
So the race stopped there in the interest of safety of the rider in yellow being excluded for the primary cause of stoppage. That's Ace Pijper, the rider in yellow, being excluded for the primary cause of stoppage.
Ben, slow start to the meeting by your standards, but the last 2 races have been spectacular.
Yeah, mate. I've been trying a different bike for tonight. You know, it's probably the ideal meeting to try something for the yeah, slowly getting it dialed in. Main thing is just getting out of the traps and yeah, just getting there. Needs a bit more speed, but yeah, we'll change a few more things and see what that does.
We've got a second chance in this one with Adam given another chance at getting ahead of Kyle in this one. But heat number 13 you combine again with Adam. Fingers crossed for some big points in that one.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, like I said, it's mainly about getting off the traps and you know, 1 and 3 are working, so hopefully we've got that in 13 and see what we can do from there.
Okay, thanks Ben, good luck.
Cheers, mate.
Here we go then with that restart for heat number 11, 3 riders only. We've got Kyle Bickley off the inside in gate 1 in white for the Bullets. Gate number 2 in red for the Centurions, Adam Roynon. No rider in gate 3, but off of gate 4 in blue for the Centurions, David Abraham. But Adam had a bit of a nibble the first time around, I believe, in the original staging, but stay still, quick and go. It is the same scenario, but Adam looking for that dive up the inside. There is a corridor of passing there for some riders, but Adam just couldn't find it at that particular moment. He's not letting Kyle get away with this one. He's trying around the outside. There is often a bit of grip latter pile of meetings down here around the outside, but it wasn't to be that time. Building up a bit of speed maybe this time, but no. Kyle forging ahead. 1 lap to go. Still on the tail of the Bullet, that's Adam Roynon. He's trying to wind it up around the outside, but it's just not to be for him. 1 last effort. Bit of a mistake from Kyle, but Adam, as much as he's closing in, he couldn't quite get past him. So it is a win in white for the Bullets, Kyle Bickley.
He certainly had to work hard for that one. Race winner in white for the Bullets, Kyle Bickley.
53.56 for Kyle in that one, 53.56. So it is the win in white for Kyle Bickley. Second place in red was Adam Roynon, and third in blue was David Abraham. So it is 3 points each, and the scores do remain at the 2-point advantage for the Bullets. 32 to the Centurions, 34 to the Bullets. So here we go then, heat number 12's lineup. Gate number 1 in yellow for the Bullets is Kieran DOUGLAS. Gate number 2 in red for the Centurions, Richard Andrews. Gate number 3 in white for the Bullets, Mason Watson. And over gate number 4 in blue, Rhys NAYLOR. Here we go, ready to go for heat number 12. And it's a pretty good start for the rider in yellow. Off of gate number 1, that's Kieran DOUGLAS. The 2 Centurions, maybe it was too good as far as the referee's concerned, because we've got a stoppage on that one.
So the race stopped there in on satisfactory start with warning against the right yellow.
We can just see the start again. Yeah, just slight movement on that inside from Kieran. His wheel was just tracking forward very slightly. Sorry, right, here we go then with that lineup for the restart. It's gate number 1 in yellow, Kieran DOUGLAS. Gate number 2 in red, Richie Andrews for the Centurions. Gate number 3 in white for the Bullets, Mason Watson. And in gate number 4 in blue for the Centurions, Rhys NAYLOR. to be a better start that time, especially if you're a Centurions fan, because Richie Andrews got away in the start, and he's closely followed by Rhys NAYLOR. This is going to turn things around because a 5-1 heat advantage, fingers crossed for the Centurions. No, it's not going to be, because the spectacular Richie Andrews didn't make it around the first bend second time around. Well done to Rhys NAYLOR, leading the way for the Centurions, which at least means the scores will remain at 2-point deficit for the Centurions going into heat number 13. It was a shame that happened to Richie Andrews, but he always gives it his all, and there's going to be one very frustrated Speedway rider going back into the pits in a moment.
Your race winner in blue for the Centurions, Big Cheer, Rhys NAYLOR. Home straight fans, give a big cheer. Your race winner in blue, Rhys NAYLOR.
Rhys has proved to be a shrewd and popular signing over recent weeks.
And I'm sure you've all seen those.
The first time he jumped back on a bike in his first match back, he showed the potential that he had to score some points for the Centurions. So here's that result. The winner in blue for the Centurions, Rhys NAYLOR. Second place in yellow for the Bullets is Mason Watson. And, third place, I beg your pardon. Second place in yellow was Kieran DOUGLAS, and third place in white was Mason Watson. 3 points each, and moves the Centurions on to 35 and the Bullets on to 37. So here we go then. Gate number 1 in heat number 13 in red for the Centurions, Ben Morley. Gate number 2 in white for the Bullets, that's Kyle Bickley. Off of gate number 3 in blue for the Centurions, Adam Roynon. And in gate number 4 in yellow for the Bullets, Greg Blair.
Adam Roynon.
Well, everybody seemingly apart from Adam Roynon all ready to go for heat number 13. Adam just making them wait that little bit longer. Good things are worth waiting for. It does look as if the rider in white, Kyle Bickley, made the start on that one. Red lights on. Red lights on for Kyle. Now, tell me if I'm wrong, but if Kyle did make the jump on that one, was he on a warning earlier?
So the race stopped there for unsatisfactory.
Right, while we're waiting for this rerun and just who's going to take to the tapes, Ace Pijper. Ace, great night for you so far.
Yeah, I've surprised myself, I think, more than anybody else, but it's been alright.
Okay, but it's still tight, 2 points in it, and you could have done without that exclusion for Kyle.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
It looked marginal. All the lads I saw coming looking around at the screen, I'm not sure if you looked at it, it was just marginal, but there was that tiny bit of movement.
I've not seen it. I just thought he made a very good one, but...
Yeah. Okay, you had the team talk earlier, and you don't want to go away from here pointless. We're not going to begrudge you a point, but we want to take 3 of them. Is that okay with you?
No, I think we need to have more. But yeah, well, I hope we win, but I don't know what to say to that really. But.
Okay. Coming up 16 soon.
Yeah.
Getting chased by championship clubs already.
Yeah, a few, but we don't know what to do yet. I think we're going to stick here for a bit more and then see what happens.
Okay, nice to speak to you, Ace, and good luck for the future.
Cheers.
Thank you. Right, okay, just confirming what I can see up through there, and it's right, I think these gate positions have changed a bit because we will have got Ben Morley still going off of gate number 1. We've now got Greg Blair going off of gate number 2, Adam Roynon off of gate 3, and we've got Kyle Bickley lining up off the 15 metres off of gate number 4. Right, all keen and ready to go. Kyle with a lot of work to do coming off of that 15 metres at the back. We're all the way. Into that first bend is the rider in red as Ben Morley gets away to the start. Adam Roynon trying to get past. Right, 2 riders down on that third and fourth bend, or the third bend. Not quite sure who went down first, who caused it. But inevitably, there's going to be another exclusion for somebody. Well, nice to see the 2 lads embracing. Ben Morley goes off the inside of gate 1 out of 15 metres off of gate number 4. It's Kyle Bickley. There we can see strangely the 2 exclusions, but here we go. Kyle Bickley off of gate number 4, Ben Morley off of gate number 3, number 1. And obviously it would have been a surprise if Ben wasn't leading into that first bend, which he is. And maybe not going to do too much chasing at the back, but come home safely for those 2 points for the Bullets, which will just reduce the arrears to 1 point for the Centurions. Well, that's the biggest non-event heat number 13 that you're probably going to see for a while. 2 remaining riders coming home for a 3-2 heat win for the Centurions.
In red, Ben Morley.
And from Ben's point of view, probably one of the most untroubled wins that he's going to pick up. He comes along and takes the applause of the home faithful.
So then your official result of heat number 13.
So here is that result then. The winner in red for the Centurions, Ben Morley, and second place in white was Kyle Bickley. 3-2 heat win to the Centurions, reducing the arrears to 1 point. Is now Centurions 38 and the Bullets 39. Right, going off of gate number 1 this time in white for the Bullets is Luke Crang. Gate number 2 in blue for the Centurions, David Abraham. Off of gate number 3 in yellow for the Bullets is Ben Rathbone. And off of gate number 4 in white for the Centurions, Adam Extance.
Luke Crang.
Here we go then, a crucial heat number 14. Certainly no points need to be lost by the Centurions. And we've got a faller right from the start. David Abraham, a faller going into heat number 1, didn't get as far as heat number 1, so maybe he was the meat in the sandwich there. We will see hopefully on review.
So the race stopped there with obviously first game bunching, all 4 riders will be back.
All 4 riders coming back. David obviously thinks it should have been an exclusion for somebody. Well, David might have had a case for saying the rider in white on the inside took his wheel away, but just going to grab a quick word with Adam Roynon. Adam, not going to try and lure you into getting a fine from the referee, because that's the last thing you want, but frustrating situation when we looked at a strong heat in heat number 13 when we needed big points. Just the 2 finishes in the end.
Yeah, massively disappointed, and in that I had nowhere to go. We both lifted at the same time. I managed to control mine and my bike down and get it down, and Greg, it took a little bit longer to get down, and then as he went across into my racing line, as we both turned into the corner, he was just a little bit in front of me and took my front wheel away. I had no other option but to go down, because I was kind of sent down. So very frustrating. I thought it was just going to be him excluded, like a normal decision, and then when I find out that I'm excluded as well, that's just terrible refereeing. I can't believe that someone of that intelligence can make a decision like that after all the speedway they have seen. So very, very disappointed in the referee for that. They need to have a wake-up call and actually watch some racing and make proper decisions instead of rash ones just for the sake of what they think. It's making a mockery of the sport when referees do that. But anyway, thanks for your time.
Fair to say that Greg is probably equally as miffed as well.
We're good friends, so he's he knew he'd done wrong, and then that's why he came over and helped me out of the fence, and just one of them things. But we both kind of lifted at the same time. I got mine down before he did, and he ran into my path, and that's just one of them things, racing. But for that decision to have been made, that's quite disappointing to say the least.
Okay. Good luck, 'cause it looks like you'll probably be in heat number 15.
I certainly won't. I ain't doing this. You can't make decisions like that, and then I want to ride, but then how can you ride when you want to race, and then you get thrown out for not even your own fault? Yeah. There's no justice in that, and then it's spoiled a meeting, and it's also it knocks my confidence in things, because it's just how can I be aggrieved for something I didn't do?
So yeah, very, very disappointing. I'm using that word a lot, but that's exactly how I feel.
Turn that disappointment into 3 points in heat number 15, please.
We'll do our thing, but yeah, yeah, we'll try.
All right. Good luck.
Thanks,
Adam.
guys. Thank you.
So we'll look at that revised lineup for heat number 14 then. Going off of gate number 1 in white for the Bullets is Luke Crang. Gate number 2 in blue is David Abraham. Gate number 3 in yellow for the Bullets is Ben Rathbone. And in gate number 4, that reserve change, bringing in Rhys NAYLOR for the Centurions. Rhys is going to have to go for the big lick around the outside, but that didn't work for him either. So faller on the second bend, Rhys NAYLOR. But well, the red lights have come on now. I think Rhys was maybe looking for a stoppage, but he did pick himself up reasonably quickly, but didn't get his bike off the track. So, oh, sorry, here's the lineup. I'm missing the point. Here we go again. Gate number 1, Luke Crang for the Bullets. Gate number 2, Blue Centurions, David Abraham. Gate number 3, Ben Rathbone. Well, that's just what the Bullets needed from their point of view. Getting away into first and second places. David Abraham unable to land a blow at the moment. Leading the way in white for the Bullets is Luke Crang. I think we could see celebrations out on the track from the Bullets faithful and the Bullets team, etc. following this race. Well, it does look like David Abraham hasn't given up the chase exactly. He's certainly going for it at the back there. He's got just about half a lap to do anything about it, but I don't think that looks like being the case, and it is the Bullets celebrating in heat number 14. Maximum points from Luke Crang and Ben Rathbone.
The race winner then, in white for the Bullets, Luke Crang.
And it takes the Bullets onto an unassailable lead, 44 points to 39. Other than a 5-0 in the last race, of course, which would bring that improbable draw back into play, but that's not going to be the case, I can't imagine. So there they go. They're celebrating on track with their team and helpers, etc. Luke Crang and Ben Rathbone bringing it home for the Bullets in heat number 14.
So the heat number 14, a win in white for Luke Crang. Luke's winning time 54.06.
And the winning time was 54.06. So there we are. There's confirmation of that. So going off of gate number 1 for the Bullets in white is Luke Crang. Gate number 2 in red for the Centurions, Ben Morley. Gate number 3 in yellow is Kyle Bickley for the Bullets. And off of gate number 4 in blue for the Centurions, Adam Roynon. Although we had a good start off of gate numbers 1 and 3 early on in the race with the Centurions, it does look as if they're favouring maybe the blast around the outside and not necessarily hugging the line going into bend number 1 in heat number 15. Here we go then. Tapes ready to rise. Heat number 15. Looked to be a good one for Ben Morley, and Adams combining with him as well. Great start for the Centurions. Some consolation hopefully in heat number 15 to keep the scores nice and close to finish this one out. It'll deprive the Bullets from taking away 4 points tonight. They'll just take away the 3. Good close racing from the pair of Centurions. Hopefully they're going to bring this one home. One more lap to go for the Centurions, Adam Roynon and Ben Morley. Keep the wheel on the ground, Adam, please. Don't go falling again down there. Here they come. Home for a great victory in heat number 15. Adam Roynon and Ben Morley. Commiserations to the Bullets pairing in heat number 15, but they've won the meeting. They've got 3 points. They did what they came for.
And that's the way you want to finish a meeting. Come on then, home straight fans, give them a big cheer. Your Centurions, Adam Roynon and Ben Morley.
Right, here's that full result then for heat number 15. The winner in blue for the Centurions, Adam Roynon. Second place in red, Ben Morley. And third place in yellow for the Bullets was Kyle Bickley. 5-1 heat win to the Centurions, closing things off at 44 points and just 1 point ahead on 45, the Berwick Bullets. Well done to the Bullets, commiserations to the Centurions, but a great battling display to keep it just down to the 1 point. Dick Barry's with us again. Happy with the 3 points you're taking away?
Well, yes. If you'd asked me after, say, the first 2 or 3 heats, I'd have said, yeah, you know, we're doing okay here. But that got a bit exciting. Some interesting decisions, I thought.
Yes, yeah, well, yeah. I'm sure your lads would concur with that as well, yeah.
The funny thing is that riders from both teams were complaining bitterly about some of the decisions, which means that the referee was probably right down the middle.
Well, yes, I suppose, yeah, but obviously in that race, Adam...
Blair and your follower,
Adam, yes.
Yeah.
They knew they'd touched,
yes,
and they seemed to go down in synchronised falling, but it was due to the touch that both of them had received.
Well, obviously there was not going to be any third bend bunching, and it would have been a very, very hard decision to put one out, especially as probably the referee was aware that the match was hanging on it. Putting them both out was a bit of a surprise.
Absolutely.
But never mind.
I was expecting a truck to come out for the victory parade, but that's not the case. It looks as if the truck has been disposed with.
Well, I'll tell you.
Mark thought better of putting them on the tractor, but these lads are going to do a lap of the track, are they? And say thank you to the fans?
There's every possibility, and I'm glad I'm up here because I would have to do it otherwise. Leon Flint out there with them. He's only the British Under-19 champion. He's only at Cardiff on Saturday in the Grand Prix as second reserve. He's one of the brightest British talents for 10 years, yet he's down there getting all down and dirty with the rest of the NDL boys.
And in his only second number 1 outing for a championship side, he guested for us last week and scored a bundle of points. So, good lad.
British Speedway is in no bad way when riders like Leon and Tom Brennan, to give him credit, the two of them who are the 2 reserves at Cardiff, are coming up. They've come up so quickly. They've both come back from injuries, but I'll tell you, they are the 2 that I think will be carrying us forward into the GPs within 10 years.
Absolutely. And, well, we certainly hope that's the case, and we've got some British talent coming through. Thanks, Dick Barry, and we'll come back to you in just a few moments. Matt, it's so close yet so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's disappointing because obviously we did come so close, but it's something to build off now for our last time meeting and our next 2 away. So, you know, we threw a few points away, but in fairness, so did Berwick at times. So it was, you know, it was a cracking meeting for, you know, who was ever watching on the live stream and here. But no, you know, the boys done well. It was difficult. You know, to start with, Berwick were making good starts, and we were kind of there or thereabouts, but not just quite. But picked it up towards the end. But yeah, unfortunately, it just wasn't to be.
Well, Matt, well, thanks for the entertainment tonight. It was a bizarre meeting at times, but great effort from the Centurions. Onwards and upwards, we hope.
100%, yeah. I mean, all 6 lads done, you know, phenomenally well. It's the first time they've all ridden together as a unit, so obviously we made a couple changes and stuff. But no, it's something to build off. You know, I'm proud of their efforts. It's just, you know, 15 heats of Speedway sometimes don't always go as it should on paper, but there we go.
Absolutely not. Thanks, Matt Bates.